For today's Martina's Midnight Munchies, we're gonna be turning it up a notch with a paid product placement. So I'm gonna be using a lot fancier than ingredients that I normally do. And why is it a paid product placement, you say? Because you can win 2 round-trip tickets to Japan. And you know I ain't paying for that. The JNTO is looking for you to vote for a favorite Japanese-inspired recipe. I wanna show you my favorite of the 3 recipes. I'm a little bit biased because I'm Canadian, and it has a maple soy glaze. Why did I say maple that way? So make sure you stick around to the end of the video, and I will tell you how you can enter to win those tickets. Today I'm going to be making Wagyu Beef Skewers with maple soy glaze because I'm Canadian and we're actually legally required to include maple syrup in every single one of our recipes. That's not true. Let's talk about this maple soy glaze. It is really freaking delicious and you can put it on many things. So if you don't eat beef, don't worry, make this magical glaze and just slather upon everything. First thing you're gonna need is sherry vinegar. If you don't have sherry vinegar, you can use rice wine vinegar or sometimes apple cider vinegar if it's not super strong. It's not necessarily a fancy vinegar, it just has more of like a golden vinegar taste to it rather than like a tart one. Like when you drink it, you're not like, it's more like, Yes, I did drink it in order to figure out the taste, guys.
Drink it now. Drink it now.
I already did it. Why don't you drink it now? Drink it now. You're gonna need to get yourself some okonomiyaki sauce. We've talked about this before for a couple other videos we did. I like to think of it as the Japanese answer to barbecue sauce. It's got like a tangy sweetness to it, but you can get this at any Asian grocery store, and if you don't have one near you, you can order it online. You're also gonna need some light soy sauce. So if you do have light soy sauce or low sodium, just give it a little bit of a try and compare it to the other soy sauce you have and go for the one that tastes a little bit more blah. And if all this seemed too salty for you, don't worry because you're going to be adding a ton of maple syrup. It's a real measurement in Canada. It means half a cup. Literally half a cup. And you're also gonna need some cold butter, icy cold butter to add into our sauce to thicken it up. This is a really health conscious recipe, which is why I like to balance the maple syrup with the butter in an excellent kind of like grains versus fats to make sure you get, okay, it's not good for you, all right? It's just delicious. What's that? You wish there was a vegetable of some kind included? Yeah, I totally hear you. So you're going to be looking for the turd of all potatoes, the sweet potato. I only say that because I always think they look like little tiny turds. We're gonna be peeling, steaming, and cubing it, but we're gonna get to that later on. So before you start cooking, you're gonna wanna take your bamboo skewers and you're gonna wanna soak them in some water in advance to prevent them from catching on fire on your grill because after all, they're wood. Now let's get going to the main ingredient, the beef. And for all you vegetarians out there, don't worry, you can substitute beef for cubed, drained tofu. Hopefully you eat butter because that's a critical part of this recipe. Vegetarians eat butter, vegans don't eat butter. So vegans, I don't know, I can't help you. All right, bring me the beef. Ah, yes, it always works that way. This is Wagyu, and Wagyu might sound confusing for some people, but it actually just means Japanese cattle. And we've done a bunch of videos before when we had like Akita beef, which is Wagyu, but from Akita, and we've also had Kobe beef, which is Wagyu from Kobe. We ended up getting this piece from, holy crap! $78?
I told you you'd be surprised.
$78 for this?
We're stepping it up for this one.
Oh my God, it comes in a leaf. Well, my leaf wrapped Wagyu. Wait till you guys get a look at this. So beautiful and buttery looking. So you guys can see the intense marbling that's in this steak. That's what all these little tiny light pockets are. It's just a very buttery type of meat so that when you actually cut it into cubes to grill it, the actual fat is gonna melt on the grill and it's gonna be basically grilling in this like magical self-made butter sauce. Oh, I'm actually starting to salivate. We need to just get started.
Oh yeah. What's that piece? Look at me, I'm so glad right now. Lamb.
We're gonna peel and cube our sweet potato. So you just put your sweet potato down on the plate like so, and you get one covered in like a really cool amount of unicorns. You just place it on like so, and then you just utter the magic words, potato, potato, magical do. And there you have it, all ready to go. I'm great at cooking, yes, I'm totally great. On to the glaze. I was gonna say, let's get glazed, and then I'm like, maybe that means something in a different language.
It means covered in
So we're gonna take all our wet ingredients, that is the sherry vinegar, the okonomiyaki sauce, the maple syrup, and the soy sauce, and we're gonna unceremoniously dump it into a saucepan. And we're just gonna heat it up on medium heat and let that simmer for about 5 minutes. Then you wanna cube up 4 tablespoons of cold butter. It should be cold, do not let it sit out on the tabletop and soften. I should probably turn it on. Do you guys like my baby whisk? Some tiny little. Okay, now that it's starting to boil, I'm gonna let this simmer for 5 minutes just so that it thickens up. And then once 5 minutes go by, we're gonna add in our butter, turn off the heat. Smells pretty fantastic. You can smell the vinegar, which is like your acidity side of it. Is acidity the right word? It is now. Oh, it's gonna be so good. Isn't that right, Japanese BB-8? That is right. Okay, we're gonna kill the heat and we are gonna whisk in the cold butter. And in the butter, as it cools it down, it'll start thickening up and we're just gonna leave that be. This is my stabby tool. It's a real chef tool. Duh. Gosh, that's satisfying. Anyone else want to stab things with their,
I want to try.
Go ahead.
Welcome back to Short People Cooking.
You donkey.
That was satisfying.
Wasn't it? But you're really screwing it, Simon! Get out of my kitchen! Note, if you are using tofu, you are going to need to use this glaze to actually soak the tofu cubes for about an hour or so. A little bit more work, but that was your choice, wasn't it? I can't laugh properly. My voice is gone. It affects my laughter. No! That's fine. I'm not using that much glaze. Oh, it's so bad. Oh, who thought that putting maple syrup and butter together would be such a terrible idea? Let me just enjoy some more of this awful monstrosity of a glaze. Oh, ugh, I just need to wash it down. Just a little bit more. Probably should have had more than an onigiri for breakfast. So while the glaze is cooling, I'm gonna cube up the beef. Apparently, this tiny amount of beef means that all of us will be eating, perhaps 2 skewers. They'll give this to you so you can like butter up the grill. I'm gonna hang on to this, let me tell you. Pancakes later. What?
Beefy pancakes? That's disgusting.
Mmm. $20. So I'm going to be going for these tiny cube-sized beef skewers because I don't have a real barbecue and a big grill. I have like a little baby grill, so I have to make sure my pieces are pretty tiny. But if you have a big grill and a big space, you can make as big as beef chunks as you want.
Is this the most expensive steak you've ever cut?
Yes, it is the most expensive steak I've ever cut. We buy discount steaks. We're like, it's the end of the night. You know what that means, discount food, and we go to the grocery store. I don't even think I've ever bought full-priced meat before. Have we ever bought full-priced meat before?
Hell no.
All right, let's assemble the skewers. Sounds like an Avengers thing. Skewers assemble! So while I'm waiting for the sauce to thicken up, I'm heating up my world's tiniest grill.
Baby grill, so little.
I'll be able to fit 1 skewer on at a time. But cooking will be quite quick. You just want to kind of like sear it on the outside. You don't want it to be super death cooked. This beef is so good, you do not want to overcook it. Okay, let's start skewering. We're gonna do a magical piece of Wagyu beef. Then we're gonna do some sweet potato. And then we're gonna do some beef. How does everyone always do that so well? Like you see them when the chefs are like, everything's been cubed perfectly. I'm like, how? Look at mine. That is definitely a tiny bit of cat fluff right there. Hey, did I mention that you're supposed to steam the sweet potato beforehand? I'm pretty sure I did, but just in case, you're not putting on raw sweet potato because that will never cook. We're going to glaze these up, then we're gonna pop them on the grill and we're gonna keep checking on them and glazing it and adding more and more so it gets all delicious and caramelized. All right, grill is nice and hot. I'm gonna be using some of this magic fat. Not necessary. Why would I waste it when it cost me $79? Onto the grill. Oh yeah. Ready? Closing it up. Jubal ammo. Yes, I have mini tongs. Don't judge me. Oh, look at how beautiful it looks. I don't know what accent is coming out of my mouth, but that sauce is like caramelizing, so you can smell it getting sweeter. But the steak is also melting, so you're getting like the beautiful buttery smell. Let's close it up again. Oh my God, guys, it smells fantastic. Oh yeah, look at that nice looking char marks. Oh yeah. Hello, welcome to Martina's kitchen. We run the slowest kitchen on the planet because we have one tiny grill.
Welcome back to Simon and Martina's Midnight Munchies.
Simon just appears out of nowhere.
We like to delegate our tasks.
Oh, I see how this is.
In which you do the cooking, I do the eating.
It's not very fair.
So I cook for you too. Oh my God.
Okay, grab the top piece there. Oh yeah.
That sherry vinegar is so nice because the beef is so juicy and fatty, and the acidity really balances it out.
Exactly.
Zuko, we have to have balance.
Balance Zuko.
Balance Zuko.
Sweet, savory, buttery.
Have you tried Japanese beef before?
It is so good.
Ah, Ducky,
I was like,
you made a masterpiece here.
why are we here again? Because you guys can win a round trip ticket for 2 to Japan. That's what we're doing. So if this amazing recipe looks good to you, head on over to the JNTO. We're gonna link to it in the info box below, and then you vote, and that's it, you've entered the contest. That seems like a pretty good deal to me.
So what you're saying is,
Yes.
with this video,
Yes.
I got to try really expensive beef,
Yep.
and then we also can get some of our viewers to get a free trip over to Japan.
Wait, so what you're saying is, and if you do win that trip to Japan, please send us a message. So make sure you click the info box and click on over that link, and hopefully we'll see you in Japan. And you can make your own Wagyu beef skewers.
Oh my God, Ducky, you did, this is so good.
I grew the beef myself.
Ah!